Right, let's swing around the campaigns. We'll start tonight with Anthony Albanese's day on the campaign trail, spending most of it, as we know, in Sydney following last night's People's Forum. Joining me now, political reporter, the wonderful Cam Redden. Now, Cam, you've switched buses. You've gone from Peter Dutton's bus to the Prime Minister's. And the PM was out today with another very popular Premier glued to his hip. But it wasn't all sunshine and smiles, was it? Let's take a look.
Chris Minns is a great Premier and he's doing a great job. I think that Peter Dutton's policy is very different. For a range of public service jobs, you can't do them remotely.
We want public service to spend the majority of the week in the workplace. We're not going to change our policy. And the Prime Minister has been clear and consistent about his policy. And I think that's a key choice for voters in the election campaign. You know where I stand, you know where the PM stands.
There's some discourse there on work from home, Peter. Of course, the New South Wales Labor Premier there, Chris Minns, saying, well, our policy is slightly different from Peter Dutton's because we want most working from home. Peter Dutton's was about all the public servants working from home. So that's how they're trying to weave in amongst the details there. But you're right, Peter. Today really did look like something of confidence on full show from the Prime Minister. He won that debate last night at the People's Forum. He's clearly wanting to be seen as being on a bit of a winning ticket, out next to not just the Premier today, but also the Environment Minister, Tanya Plibersek, for the first time this campaign. He was shoulder to shoulder with Jacinta Allen just a couple of days ago. So perhaps trying to allay some of those concerns internally. Can we get the Prime Minister out with these people? He was out there with Tanya Plibersek today. Even Clover Moore, the somewhat polarising Lord Mayor of Sydney. In some parts of New South Wales, she's viewed very differently to how she is in the city, but popular in those parts. Peter, this was clearly all about just being seen to be amongst the people. He feels like he's got the wind at his back at the moment, got the win last night, feels like he's had a bit of a gift in terms of the work from home back down from the coalition. So that will be the thinking. Where we are here now in Cairns, the Prime Minister wants to be seen to be on the attack. He believes, and this camp believes, that a majority government is not completely off the table yet. It will be difficult. They will need to win seats, and that's why they're here in the seat of Leichhardt, which, remember, it's only 3.5% and has only been held by Warren Entsch when it comes to a Liberal national member in recent years. Since 2010, yes, in his hands, but it's been Labor in previous years before that. So they think with his retirement, they're a shot here. Still a tough chance to get to majority, Peter, but they're not losing hope given that they've had their wind at the back for the last few days.
Well, enjoy beautiful Cairns. It's certainly warmer than where I am now. Thank you very much. Thanks, Cam. All right, let's go now to the Opposition Leaders' Day. Joining me now, political reporter Ruben Spargo. Well, this is your first time on the campaign trail, Ruben. How did you go with Peter Dutton today, and what were his moves?
Good evening, Peter. Yes, it is. The opposition leader started his day in Western Sydney. He was selling his national gas plan, telling voters it will progressively lower household energy bills. We know Peter Dutton took a tour of Blue Scope Steel, a factory in the seat of McMahon, the electorate held by the Energy Minister Chris Bowen. Manufacturers like Blue Scope also are seeking relief with gas. We know by new frontier economic modelling, and we can show you the numbers here, that it will reduce industrial retail gas bills by 15% and see 7% shave from household gas costs. It would also lead to a 3% cut in residential electricity prices. Peter, as you know, energy policy was a major feature of last night's Sky News debate and part of a broader conversation around cost of living as voters decide who can best help then. We're now in the heart of Melbourne after travelling this afternoon on a plane, the next official stop for Peter Dutton.